What's up, guys, and welcome back to Supermarket Simulator. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like on the video. It would be greatly appreciated. I've been trying to get this episode done for the past 2 weeks now, and every time I booted it up, it would crash on me. But after the most recent update, it would seem that it's been fixed. Hopefully. We'll see if it hangs in there for the rest of this recording. But speaking of the update, I think the only thing that's really changed is what you see here. We've got a brand spanking new city, brand spanking new town to work with. Now, I have already run around everywhere and tried to see if there's anything at all that we can interact with. And it doesn't seem like there is yet. I believe the next update, don't know when it comes out, I don't even know if the dev knows when it's going to come out, is going to give us deliveries and delivery vehicles, which is why we have this new owner parking only sign out front and like a new cutout in the sidewalk here for presumably parking. In addition to that, I think we're also going to get a wholesale retailer somewhere in town, a place that we can go to hopefully get some stock on the low, and then we'll come back here to our own store and try to make a better profit. But if you happen to know more about the new update than I do, please let me know down in the comments. It's surprisingly difficult to learn any information out about this stuff. So, as we're heading inside here, you may notice that I reorganized. Again, this was prior to the game crashing. This was during a off-camera grind sesh, if you will. But I decided to move all the frozen stuff to the back just in front of our refrigerator wall, and personally, I like it more. I just think it kind of cleaned up the whole front of the store. And speaking of front of the store, now that we have all these much nicer looking storefronts across the main road here, I'm kind of tempted to upgrade our supermarket. It doesn't really look near as good as some of the places that are completely shuttered. I mean, half the places across the street aren't even open at the moment. So let's check out our computer right here. I believe that's probably going to be under management, no? Customization, here we go. So we can change the entrance, we can change the appearance of it. I don't want to change the position because I already have everything in the store positioned, accordingly. And the name, of course, is going to stay the same. But for $750, that is a small price to pay to make it look something a bit more like this, right? That one's definitely not bad. I like the brick of this one because it matches the brick of this building, but not the brick of this one. Moving on. We've got a blue. Ooh, that's kind of cool. This reminds me of what retailer is that? It's kind of giving PacSun, is it not? Not really crazy about that one. And then back to defaults. I'm between this guy or this guy. This looks maybe a bit too modern for this neighborhood. Maybe we go with this. Yeah, and I think I will. Again, only $750. You just can't beat it. Well, you could, but that would be weird. This looks so much better. So much better. And I like the blue awnings that's kind of tying in the blue shirts to our personnel over here. You guys seem shinier than I remember. We got RTX on all of a sudden, or what's... Okay, sure. Yeah, just a little shinier maybe. Squirrel brain is in full effect this morning, let me tell you. So now that we've tackled that, we have $46,000 at our disposal and a bunch of new licenses. Unfortunately, it's going to be more whatever these things are called, produce. It's going to be more produce, and the setup that I have here was temporary, but if we add more produce, we're not going to have enough space for, well, we'll probably need at least 2 more of these shelves. So before we get the license, how much would it cost us to expand again? Yikes. 24,000. 24,000, and it's only going to be a 4x4 expansion. Well, let's try her out. We'll see what that's going to do. Ooh, that might actually be perfect for us, because we can just keep putting more of those little racks down the way. So now that we have that done, back into licenses, we're going to get avocado, banana, grapefruit, pumpkin, papaya, and clementines. That is nice. That is nice. Okay, $1,700. we're gonna have to run a day. You think we could maybe afford like a little bit of flooring and some paint, maybe for that new space that we just opened up? Paint is relatively inexpensive. Hopefully just one can will... Oh, hang on. We have some floor left over, do we not? We sure do. It's probably not much, but maybe it'll be just enough to where we only have to get one more box of this stuff. That is all she wrote. Okay. Trash can position seems to have moved as well, unless maybe they just moved some trees around out front. See how far we can get with this here paint can. It was supposed to be blue. At least that wall was. This one can still be white. Where's this blue at? Is it 28? We'll find out. Survey says... It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Perfect. Okay. Just two more. And then we've still got a little bit of paint left in the bucket, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. Let's box her up. Back in the box, there it goes. And then we're gonna squeeze that right over here in the corner where our flooring used to be. And speaking of, we need more flooring. We'll try just one more box. How much money we got now? 1,800 bucks, okay. Hey, at least we're open now and we're gonna start making some more money, right? That's always good. Let's see if this'll do it. Not quite. Okay, one more box. Wait, couldn't find Clementine. You guys! Maybe we shouldn't have opened then. Dang it. Or I guess maybe we shouldn't have bought the license, knowing that we wouldn't be able to afford any new product. Bit of an oversight. Bit of an oversight there. Just two more. And that is all she wrote. Let's get this box closed up, and then I think I'm actually gonna put it back here. This is where I'm stocking our self-checkout, and then I think under there is also Christopher's original manned checkout counter. But with just 4 self-checkouts, honestly, things move pretty smoothly through here. We've got 2 of these scales as well, which seems to have helped slightly. All the customers, come to find out, all the customers do need help with the scales. Nobody can walk up and just handle it on their own. They always need one of these other Christophers to give them a little hand. But now that we know that, I suppose not that big of a deal. Agnes is still on cleaning duty, which is good. It seems like you can also get more... Hang on. That's not the right thing for that. You can get more janitors, but I'm not really sure why you would need more unless your store was just absolutely massive. Or another security guard. Just doesn't make sense to me. It seems like a waste of money. During the day, as you can probably tell, there's nothing for us to do. We could help, you know, our restocker Dude Bro Bras do their thing, but there's really no reason to. I mean, we've got, what, 6 of them now? It's more than enough. You know, it might not be the worst idea to try and figure out, like, how much money we're really going to need in order to start stocking all of those new things. So from avocado down, let's just say we're only going to need 1 box for each, even though that's not really accurate. That's only going to be $218. So honestly, let's add 1 more to all of those. This is a good starting place for us. We'll try to get this done before 9 p.m. Beautiful. Okay, it is very, very dark. But here we are. Oh, and then we're also gonna need new shelves, which I don't know that I'm gonna have time to do, but I'm gonna try all the way at the bottom. Produce stall, 1 of those, 2 of those, 300 schmackaroonies. Easy. With 15 minutes to spare, baby! Now we can grab this guy. And we're probably gonna want some light for this, aren't we? Can't do that with this in my hand. I'm hoping that we're gonna have enough space for 2 of these racks. Looks like we are. Sort of side by side here. And of course, you guys know me, it's gotta be perfect, as close as we can possibly get them. I think that's gonna work out pretty well for us. And then what do we do with these others? We've got 4 other ones. Maybe, let's see if we could put 4 going down this wall. And then I'm assuming once we get all these shelves moved around where we need them, we'll probably have to reorganize all of this so that we can still sort of keep, you know, vegetables together and fruits together and all that type of thing. Well, we've got tomatoes in here with... Oh, no, those are fruits. Never mind. Was that the last customer? I think it was. Yeah, I don't see anyone else in here, so we are good to close out this day. Day 236, which is crazy to me. We lost $44,000 in just one day, and I guess we made $7,800. That's pretty good in the grand scheme of things. Surely, we paid our staff 900 schmackaroonies. That is not what I wanted. Let's open up management again. Bills, $270. Not great. And then rent, of course, as well. Excuse me, Christopher. I need to borrow this guy real quick like. And try to see if we can't squeeze it on in right yonder. That looks pretty solid. And then same thing with you. Sorry, buddy. Hopefully that'll fit right over here. Perfect. Perfect, dude. Okay, now that we have that done, let's start grabbing these suckers. And we'll figure out where we can put them. I'll start with avocado, I suppose. Is that a vegetable? It's probably a dumb question. Is an avocado a vegetable? I genuinely have no idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get all this stuff stocked in there, and then we can use our handy dandy crate, which I forgot about, to kind of reorganize it if we really think we need to. Okay, now that everything's been placed into these 2 shelves, I'm gonna go ahead and let our restocker dude bro bras keep doing their thing. Once they're finished, I'll sort of put them all off the clock out front. That way we can get this all reorganized without them interfering. I guess while we wait, we might as well order up some more boxes of all that stuff so we have a spot for it back here in storage as well. 218 schmackaroonies again. We're gonna need more. Oh, and you know what else? I haven't set the prices for any of this stuff. So $9.68 is going to become $9.75, and that's a great price. Ask me how I know. $3.25 on the pumpkins. You can only fit 2 of those in a crate. We had something else that you couldn't fit much of. Oh, the watermelon. Right, the sandia. I'm thinking, since we can only do 2, we should probably like quad that, you know what I'm saying? Have 4 of these little totes with pumpkins. We can worry about that later. Not super important right meow. Let's do 1050 on what it was that grapefruit? 525 on this? Surely that was grapefruit, right? Yeah, okay. Moving on to papaya, market price 28. Ooh, 71. So let's go 29. 29 on the nose. That's $15.95 a profit per pound sold or per papaya sold. I don't really know how that works, I guess. And then clementine. We've got a lot of these. 660, so let's do 675. Perfect. Okay, now with that handled, we do have to go find a spot in... Oh, you guys are done already? Okay, let me put you on break real quick. But we do have to find a spot for all of that stuff back here in storage. So we're gonna do right next to the artichoke, avocado, then some bananas right next to that. Or wait, how was I doing this side? Was it the same? I think I was going across like this. It don't matter. Why would it? Grapefruit, pumpkin, papaya, and clementine. Done deal. Now we do have to obviously order more of them, but we have other things in here that we have to order as well. So I'm gonna tackle that real quick like. Alrighty, with that all taken care of, now we've got a massive pile for these boys out front. We should probably put them back on the clock, no? Let's go ahead and do that real quick as well. Just these two up here at the front. There she be. All right, and we are ready to open her on up for another day. These boys are gonna start putting stuff away, and then as soon as people, start taking stuff off the shelves here, they'll sort of switch their priority and start focusing on restocking rather than just putting stuff away in storage. So I'm gonna find a nice comfy spot to stand, and we'll just sort of watch over everything. Well, another successful business day where we didn't even have to lift a finger. I did forget to turn on the lights for that, and also I forgot to reorganize all of our produce, which we'll go ahead and do after we finish out this day. Day 237, we made 1,400 buckaroonies. Not too bad. That brings us back up to 8,300 bucks after having to pay some bills and things, or not bills, but wages and things, right? We do also have to pay these bills though, which brings us back down to 7,900 bucks. Still killing it though, in my opinion. So, again, I'm gonna have to wait for these dudes to finish what it is that they do, or I guess temporarily, just while we reorganize, we could have them all take 5. Let's do that instead, so we don't have to sit here and twiddle our thumbs for 30 minutes. So what I want out here is citruses, specifically, with other fruits. I want all of that stuff together. And then I want root vegetables, specifically, and like fungus and whatever a garlic is considered. Is that maybe a root vegetable as well? Doesn't matter. And then all other vegetables, I want all that stuff together. I don't even know the best way to go about this. I mean, I suppose this is already pretty well organized. I don't want the carrots to be over here with the citruses, and I want all the other citruses. I'm just gonna stop talking and start organizing.
One eternity later.
I'm not sure how much of this you guys have actually seen, because it's been a lot of back and forth with our handy dandy crate here. But rather than trying to move everything, one by one from these shelves to these shelves, I've decided to just swap the shelves entirely. And I think that's going to make my life considerably easier. The only problem here is usually when you move a shelf out and try to move a new one in its place, it's never going to be exactly where the old one was. I need to get it perfectly placed back in there. And then the corner is usually especially tricky. Ooh, okay, we've got a little sliver of green to the right, just a tad. Maybe if I turn down my sensitivity on my mouse, this would be a little bit easier. But that works, right? We can start to reorganize these fruits with these others, but I have a group of citrus here. I don't know if kiwi is considered to be a citrus as well or not. The tomatoes do need to be moved, though they are fruits. I know that for sure. Everything else over here I think is probably fine. And then all of this stuff kind of needs to be reorganized as well with some of this. But I'll get these other shelves moved around, and it shouldn't be too much longer, hopefully. All right, I think I'm finally happy with the way that our produce selection is looking. So just to recap, like I said before, we've got our root vegetables mixed with our fungi down here, our normal vegetables, if you want to call it that. Same thing over here, quote unquote normal veggies. And then we have our tomatoes, since they're like in between vegetable and fruit, though definitely fruit, right? So that's kind of where the fruits start. Then we've got bananas, papaya, mango, apples, pears, grapefruit, clementine, lemons, kiwis, pineapples, sandia, the watermelon. Other than that, dude, we're looking great. So the restocker dudes are going to be doing their thing, but I'm curious to see what our next license is going to cost. 22,000. Weenie Hut Jr. That's a lot. We've got 7,900 bucks. It's going to take us a few days to accumulate that much money. Oh, but it's not even more produce. I was expecting more produce here. This is store level 70 for all three of these up here. We're going to do some more cleaner, dishwasher tablets, dish soap, and fabric softener. Cool. So we have that to look forward to, which is nice. But tell you guys the truth, I think that that's probably where we're going to have to wind things down at for today. I don't know what it is with this game that just scrambles my brain, right? I mean, we organize in other games as well. I think this one just sort of takes it to the extreme. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.